Hello everyone, I'm Arunima from Knitternotta, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make these ugly sweater gift card holders. They are great to put on a Christmas tree and to give out as gifts, and there's not much that you need to make these. Well, you could technically just make them with yarn and a crochet hook, and they'd be a great stash buster too. You don't really need to buy yarn for them. I happen to have all of this yarn in my stash. You need very few yards for making each sweater, and if you are short on a color, then you can mix and match. And so I have this yarn from one of my projects that's left over from one of my projects, and I had some Bernat Pipsqueak yarn, which I used to make the trim for this sweater. And I got these embellishments off of Amazon, which I used over here, one of them, to stick it on this, and that turned out really cute. And there's this glue gun which I've used to stick these embellishments on this sweater. There's a bunch of things you can do with these. You could leave them as it is. You could make them with sleeves, without sleeves. You could use surface crochet to decorate them. You could use beads. So there's a bunch of stuff that you can do. You can give them a trim or not give them a trim. There's so many combinations possible. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to make this sweater with sleeves. And so just one more thing, these open at the top, so they're sealed at the bottom. So the gift cards won't fall off. They look like this at the back. So it's got this nice little V neck here, and if you open here, that's where you insert your gift card from. And I have two littles, that's why I have a Carter's gift card, but that's where you insert it from, and there's no way that it's gonna fall off. And that's how it looks. So all you need is some yarn, a hook, and some embellishments to decorate them. I'm using a 5.5 millimeters hook for this. This is what I like to use for most of my projects. So let's get started. So let's begin with making a foundation row. So my foundation row will be made with 14 stitches. Before I start, I want to say that while I'm trying to go slow in this video, but if you think that I'm too fast for you, there is an option in YouTube where you can slow down videos in case you don't know. And feel free to use that to see exactly what's going on. But I'm going to try and go a little slow. So I'm going to make a foundation single crochet row of 14 stitches. I have a separate video tutorial for this in case you're interested, but you can also make this by starting with the 14 chain and then making 14 single crochet stitches. But I'm going to use the foundation single crochet method and make 14 stitches. So you start with chain 2 and then 1, 2, 3, 13, 14. So that completes row 1, and that's how it looks. And I'm going to move on to row 2 now. So for row 2, you turn and you chain 1. So after this chain 1, there's a single crochet, increase, and then a single crochet. So there's a single crochet in that first stitch right here. So this is my first stitch. So a single crochet here, and then an increase, which is 2 single crochets in the next one. And then a single crochet in the next. And then there is a repeat pattern of single crochet, increase, single crochet. So single crochet, increase would be 2 single crochets in the next stitch. So 1, 2, and then 1 more single crochet, and then repeat that. So single crochet, and an increase, by making 2 single crochets in the same place and then 1 more single crochet, and then end it with single crochet, 2 single crochet stitches, increase that is, and then a single crochet in the end. So that is a total of 18 stitches, and that completes row 2. Now on to row 3. So you turn and you chain 1, and that's an increase in the first stitch. So 2 single crochet stitches, that's 1 and 2, and then 1 single crochet, and then another increase in the next one. So that's 1 and 2, and then a single crochet, and then single crochet, increase, single crochet. So 2 single crochet in the next 2 stitches, then an increase, and single crochet in the next 2 stitches. So 1, 1, and then an increase, and then 1 and 1, and repeat that same pattern again. So that's 1, 1, and then an increase, and then 1 and 1, and then end it with a single crochet and an increase. So that's 2 in the same stitch, 1, 2, and then a single crochet, and then 2 single crochets in the last one, 2. That completes row 3, and it is a total of 24 stitches. At this point, we're going to fold this like this and join with that first single crochet stitch with a slip stitch. So starting from here, this project is going to be worked in a round. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this as a starting point of the next row. Because we're working in a round, it's easy to forget where the beginning was. So I'm going to put the stitch marker here, and I'm going to start with a chain 1, and for row 4 I'm going to single crochet in the next 7 stitches and then an increase. So start with the same stitch where you created that slip stitch join, so that stitch right here, that one. So start with a single crochet here and make a total of 7. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then an increase. So that's 2 single crochet stitches in the same spot, and then repeat that 2 more times. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then an increase. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then an increase. And now we are at that point where we made that slip stitch join. So this was the slip stitch that we used to join, and this was the chain for that first stitch. So this is the first single crochet stitch that was made in this row, and that is where we're going to make our next, we're going to start our next round. So the next round is single crochet, and then increase, and repeat that a total of 9 times. So single crochet in that, another single crochet, and then an increase. So at this point I'm going to go ahead and move the stitch marker up. So this was the first stitch of this row, so I'm going to mark that. So that's single crochet, and then an increase. I'm going to keep going and make a total of 9 repeats of this. So 1, 2, and increase, then 1, 2, and increase, 1, 2, and increase, 1, 2, increase, 1, 2, and increase, 1, 2, and increase, 1, 2, increase. So that is the end of 8 repeats. So I didn't really count, but I know because I'm reaching the end of this row of this round, and I know that this was the first stitch, so I have to complete before that, and the stitch count should match. So at this point I just have 3 stitches remaining from the previous round, and that's all I need to complete that 9th repeat. So that's single crochet, and a increase. So that completes round number 5, and that you should have, at this point you should have 36 stitches, a total of 36 stitches. And this is the sweater that we're making. So if you look at this is where we are right now. We're making the neck, and that is how it looks. And at this side there is this V here, and that is what we just made, this V here. This is so we can open this sweater and insert the gift card right here, because it's sealed at the bottom so the card doesn't fall off. And so that's why we need this. And starting for the rest of the sweater is going to be made in a round. So I'm at round 5. That's complete. So rounds 6 and 7 are 1 single crochet in each stitch. So that's the first one, that's 1, and I'm going to mark that and go around. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 35, and 36. So that completes round 6, and I have to make one more round with the same way, where 1 single crochet in each stitch. So that's 1, and that marks the beginning of that round. 2, 3, 4, 35, and 36. So that completes round 7. And now we're going to make row 8. For row 8, you have to make 5 single crochet stitches. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is the part that you have to be a little careful about. This is where we'll divide this into the armholes and the body. So I'm going to skip 8 stitches, and that'll make the armhole, and then I'm going to continue making the body. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and this is the 9th one. So insert your hook in that 9th stitch and make a single crochet. So that's 1, and then make a total of 10. So 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and then skip 8. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and this is the 9th one. So make a single crochet there, and then 4 more, so that makes a total of 5. So 1 2 3 4 5, and that brings us to the beginning of this row. This was the first stitch. So that is where we now divided this into the armholes and the body. So if you look at this, so this is where the part where the armholes are, and this is where the body is. So if you wanted to not make the sleeves, you just leave this and continue making the body and leave it at that. And if you wanted to make the sleeves, then you'd make them from here, starting at the armholes. I'm going to show you that later. So I'm going to continue making this. So for the next rows, all you have to do is keep making this in a round, and it is a total of 9. You have to make a total of 9 rows with 1 single crochet in each stitch. So that's 20 stitches in one row, and you have to make 9 rows of that. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20. So that's row 10. I'm sorry, that's row 9. At this point, I recommend that you insert a gift card. Make sure that it goes all the way, and if it does, then you can continue making the body. If it does not, if it's too tight, then you might want to consider moving up a hook size. And so if you see that it's going through easily, the bottom will be closed off eventually, so you should be able to insert it from the top. So I'm going to go ahead and make a few more rows of this, and I will see you in a little bit. So this completes 9 rows of 20 single crochet stitches, and at this point I recommend that you insert your gift card and make sure that it goes all the way and it fits, like it's properly covered. It's not coming out from the bottom. If it is, then you might want to add a few more rows. You actually don't even have to make the entire 9 rows. Make as many as you need for the gift card to fit comfortably. So in my case, it is fitting very nicely now. So I'm going to go ahead at this point and I'm going to seal the bottom. So I could do this with this yarn, or I could do it with the Bernat Pipsqueak yarn to give it a trim like this. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to show you how to do with this. So I'm just going to insert my hook in the next single crochet, and I'm going to pick the corresponding single crochet stitch from the back. So this is not going to be a perfect join, but it really doesn't have to be perfect for this pattern. So just pick the next one and the next one at the back and make a single crochet, and keep doing that until you reach the end. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to leave that last one. I'm just going to insert my hook not make a single crochet. I'm going to make a slip stitch, and I'm going to cut my yarn and bind off. So that's how it looks. That's pretty much all there is to making this. It's a good 30-minute project if you just want to make this much, and you can add some embellishments to it. So I'm going to quickly show you how to add some embellishments later in this video. So right now it is this is all there was to making this. I was short on the green color, so I added a little bit of white, so you can mix and match, and you can definitely make this with yarn in your stash. You can make it with any color. I chose to make it with Christmas colors, but this would look good in any color. And so I'm now going to show you how to make a sleeve. Go ahead and attach the yarn. So I'm going to start from this side. I think this is the back and this is the front, but it really could be anything. You could use this as the front, and you could join wherever you'd like, but I like to join on this side. So just make sure that you join on the same side both times. So just attach here in this very first, pick these two loops here, attach your yarn, and then make a single crochet and go around and make a total of 10 single crochet stitches. So there are 8 stitches, and then you can pick 2 at the bottom. I'll show you how. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then there is this stitch here. It's a little hard to see, but right here, so make a single crochet here, and then on the other side, right before the stitch where you attached, there's another loop here, right here. So make a single crochet here. That makes a total of 10 stitches, and just continue working in a round now and make a total of 8 rounds with 10 stitches. So you could either use a stitch marker here and make 8 rounds of 10 stitches, or just count 80 stitches in total. So you already have 10 here, so make 7 more, so 70 more stitches, and continue from that first stitch where you the first stitch of this round. So that's 1, so that's 11 for me, 12, 13, 69, 70, 10 more to go. So you have to just make sure that the number of rows in your sleeves are about the same as the number of rows in your body. That's pretty much what I went by. So 10 more, so that's 71, 72, 73, 74, 80. And for the last row, I'm just going to do a few decreases. So decrease the next 2 stitches and make it 1, and do that 5 times. So insert your hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, and leave this on the hook. Insert your hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over, pull through all of them. So that decreases from 2 stitches to 1, and do that a total of 5 times. That's 2, that's 3, that's 4, and that's 5, and then join it with a slip stitch with that first decrease of this row, of this round. And that's it. At this point, I'm going to cut the yarn and fasten off and weave in ends. So that's how it is right now. And you have to make a sleeve on the other side exactly the same way. So I'm going to show you how to begin, and that'll be pretty much it for making this sweater. So again, I'm going to start on this side, and I attach it here. Oops, wrong end. Attach it here, make a single crochet, and because this is the end of that round, so I'm just going to make a single crochet in this one extra stitch on this side and one extra stitch on the other side. Those are part of the body actually, so I just pick up those 2 extra stitches aside from the 8 that we already have. So now I have 3, then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and I'm going to continue making the sleeve by working in a round on top of this, and I'm going to go on and make a total of 80 stitches. So that's 80 stitches on this side, and then I'm going to just go ahead and do the 5 decreases. So that's 1, 2, 3, a slip stitch join with that first stitch here, and at this point cut the yarn, fasten off, and weave in ends. So that's how it's looking. I have all these ends that I need to weave. I'm just going to put them inside right now, and this is how it's looking. Okay, so this is how it is. This is the completed sweater. I have not weaved in ends, they're all inside, but I could easily pull them inside and let them be for now. And this is how it looks on this side. I'm quickly going to show you how to attach some embellishments and maybe give it a trim. So let's start with this Bernat Pipsqueak yarn. I don't use it very much, but I thought that this was a perfect project for this, to give it a trim. And I'm going to do only the neck for this, so I'm going to start over here. I'm just going to leave a long tail, and I'm going to attach it with that same hook. I found that making a single crochet trim was much better than just doing slip stitches or even just sewing it. So I'm going to go ahead and make single crochet stitches all along the edge of this sweater, all along the neck of the sweater. So here there is that part where where the neck, the round part starts, the V ends, and I'm going to, so this is sort of a corner, so I'm going to make 3 single crochet stitches there. So 1, 2, and 3, and I'm going to go all around and make 1 single crochet stitch in every stitch. And I'm at that corner again on the other side, so I'm going to make 3 single crochet stitches here, 2, 3, and then 2 more on the side, so 1 and 2, and I'm going to make 1 right here at the center to complete it, and then attach here. It's hard to make out where that single crochet stitch is, so just insert your hook wherever you can and just make a slip stitch to join, and that's it. I'm going to cut the yarn and then fasten off and weave in ends. So here, just pull that, and at this point I would weave in this end. It is very convenient to just put this inside and not have to worry about it, but it's a good idea to weave it in. So, well, this is how it's looking. I think it's really cute. Here is this side, so you could use this as the front or that side, and just make sure that you can still insert your gift card. Well, I have a lot of these loose ends hanging inside, so it's a little tight for me, but otherwise once I take care of those, well, even with those, it's just went in nicely. This could be the front, or this could be the front, and I'm just going to show you. I'm going to stick 1 embellishment and we'll see how this looks. I'm going to now show you how to stick this 1 embellishment. My gift card is not inside this, so I've removed it, and I'm just waiting for this gun to become a little hot, and I'm going to stick this embellishment right here. So I'm going to move this to the side, and I'm going to put some glue . And just quickly attach it to the sweater. Make sure to safely keep your gun on the side. This is stuck here now, so this is a completed sweater except for the ends that need to be woven in. But at this point I could just insert my gift card here, and I could hang it on a Christmas tree. So to hang this on a Christmas tree or anywhere else, you'd need a hanger, a tiny size hanger, which you could easily make with some string that you get for jewelry making. I'm going to show you how to make these hangers to hang your gift card, sweater, ornaments from a Christmas tree. They can be used to hang any other ornaments as well. If you have smaller size or larger sized ornaments which have sort of a neck where you can insert these hangers, you can use these to hang them on a tree. And I wanted to make them with paper clips initially, but the sweaters are, the width is larger than the hangers that I was able to make with the paper clips, so I decided to make one from this wire directly. So here's the wire that I've used. It is I picked this up from the beading section in Michael's. It is a 20 gauge wire, and I think it's the perfect size to make these hangers. You'll need something to cut this. I just used this tool and twisted the cord, the wire enough that it broke, but this tool is also very useful because it's easy to shape this wire using this tool. Again, I picked it up from the beading section. I'm not sure what it's called, but you can use anything that you can bend that wire with. So I'm going to get started. What we have to do to start with is to check how wide the neck of our ornament is, or this gift card holder is. So it's about 2 inches. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a hanger which is a little over. So this, I think this one is 2 1/4. Yeah, that's a little over 2 1/4 inches. So you need to make sure that your hanger is slightly bigger so it doesn't slip, the gift card holder doesn't slip from it. And what I've done is I've cut this wire just enough to be able to make another hanger, and this is just an approximation. So this is about 7.5 inches in length, and I like to use a little larger wire than actually needed because I can always cut it in the end, but if it is smaller then that won't work. So I'm going to start with making this section here on this side. Here I'm going to just bend this a little like this, and then I'm going to bend it from, so I'm going to measure about 2 1/4 inches on this side, so about this much, and I'm going to bend it from here. So that is the bottom of that hanger, and that'll be the width of it. Now I just have to shape it to give it the shape of the actual hanger with the hook. So here it is, and I'm going to here make that neck. So here is when I start using this tool. So it looks a little bit like a hanger, and I'm going to make this little, I'm going to bend this here so that holds it in place. I could cut this to make it smaller, but for now I'm going to leave it as it is. Well, this is pretty much all there is to it. I can just need to shape it a bit. And here you go. It's not as pretty as the one that I have from earlier, but it will work. So this is how you make it, and you can change the length of this neck. So sometimes if you look at one of my sweaters, if you look at this one, if you put this hanger in there, the neck is really short and you can barely see it. So if you put something that has a longer neck, just put this inside, and here you go. This is much better. So it'd be easy to hang this from a tree. And just some finishing touches to give here. You can shape it more properly, and you can cut it from here so it has this little hook like thing, so it holds it in place and it doesn't move as much as this one is moving. So for now I'm just going to twist it a little more. So there, that will hold it in place, and And here it is not as pretty as the one that I made earlier. Yeah, this isn't perfect, but it's hard to make this exactly right while making this video, I realized. But this is pretty much what all you need to do to make this. This is exactly how I've made this one, and the only difference is that I had cut this extra bit of wire over here in this, so it fit perfectly like that. And just a little more shaping. It takes a few tries to get it right and to get it to look like how we want it. But that's all there is to making these hangers. You can just insert them into your gift card holders and hang them from a tree. Here are 4 examples of these sweaters. They're all really cute, I think. So you can make them with or without sleeves. You can add embellishments. You can make them with scrap yarn. I'm sure a lot of us have a lot of Christmas related yarn just sitting there. It doesn't take too much. You can also mix and match if you're running out. I had very little of the green and I just mixed it with the white. And you can add these embellishments, you can add a trim, you can surface crochet on them, you could use felt, you could cut pieces, cut some decorations out. You can get really creative with them. And you could also use beads, so there's another idea. So I have a bunch of tutorials and videos on my channels if you want to check them out. I will also have a Tunisian crochet version of these sweaters if you'd like to take a look. And I'll add a link to all the materials that I've used in this video in the description below. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. I have a lot of free patterns on my blog as well, which you're welcome to check out. And thank you for watching. Bye-bye.